and here at Maryville University with Coach Barry Ford and his wife Rosalyn and Ryan Davis and Kim Hesker, two of the men's captains on the Maryville track and field team, and you guys are getting ready to head off to Indianapolis for the indoor conference meet, and kind of a special weekend as you guys show your support and celebration for Rosalyn. She's finished her battle with cancer. Tell me, Ryan and Kim, tell me about how this came along to wear these special shirts and uniforms this week as you head to conference, and just a little bit about this weekend.
So Coach Ford and Coach Bingham came to us at the beginning of the season, probably sometime around August, and told us the situation about Coach Ford and his wife. And then so me, Cam, and Casey, one of the other captains, kind of wanted to do something for her, like celebrate and whatnot. And so we wanted to find a way to where we could show our support at track meets and whatnot. So came up with the idea of the jerseys and shirts.
And the rest of your teammates jump on the board pretty quick, Cam?
Yeah, everyone was really on board, especially because Coach Ford has done so much for our program, and he's supportive of all the athletes. Doesn't have an enemy, I can't imagine. So he's nice to everyone. He's very supportive, and so it's the least we could do to return the favor and support him.
And Coach Barry Ford, what's this journey been like for you? Obviously, it's your wife, the most important person in your life, probably here. Rosalyn has gone through this battle. What's it been like for you that your skills and talent, and you can't protect her in this situation, this diagnosis and treatment, and save her. What's the ups and downs and the late nights and the heartache? Tell me what this journey through the cancer treatment and diagnosis and treatment and then now the success of cancer-free been like?
Well, to be honest, it's been a lot of work. When I first got the information from her, it was really at the end of the season last year, and I wasn't with her, so it was really hard on her because I wasn't there. We had a track meet finishing up the season last year, and she had to deal with that for like a day before I got back home. And when she first told me about it, well, she told me over the phone, but when I first got back in town to her, she just kind of cried on my shoulder and explained to me everything that was going on, and I could see how hard it was for her. And at that time, I just knew, as a husband, I had a job to do, and my job was to support her in every way that I could, and to be there with her through the whole entire, situation. And I haven't missed a treatment. I've been there every time she went to the doctor, all the treatments, all those things. At night, she's kind of moody at times. She wants this, she don't want that. It's hot, it's cold. I'm the guy that takes care of everything and keeps everything working and keep her comfortable, in that situation as much as I can. So, really, when you think about it, I'm really just doing the duties of a husband. You marry someone, you talk about for better, for worse, and all those kind of things. So, when things go bad, you have to be there for your spouse and do everything you can to help them through it. And so I don't see myself doing anything, that
Sure.
I wasn't supposed to do. I signed up for this. And
right.
She did as well. So if I'm going through anything, I expect the same thing from her.
Sure.
And I know that she would be there for me as well.
And Rosalyn, tell me what it's like been after the diagnosis and the long, hard, painful treatments, and what's now to come through out on the other end, and to celebrate the success of treatment and be past that now. Tell me what that journey's been like.
The diagnosis was a aha moment for me because I'm a very healthy person otherwise. I've never had issues with health before in the past. 54 years old, been married since I was 18. I've had a wonderful life. I've had ups and downs here or there with minor things, but nothing major. And I don't have breast cancer in the history of my family. I'm the first woman in my family that I know of that has breast cancer. And so that was a frightening thing to me to get that news. And then the contemplation of him taking that trip, I struggled with that trip because we took the biopsy on a Tuesday. They said it'd be 3 to 4 days.
Right.
On a Thursday night, he was supposed to leave. He contemplated. He packed, he unpacked, he packed, he unpacked. I was like, you know what? Just go. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
They're not going to probably call till Monday.
Yeah.
Got to work Friday. Was there an hour, did a conference call. Hung up from the conference call. I'll never forget that day. May 10th, 2019, 10:03 a.m. My cell phone rang. I answered it like it was my doctor. I knew it was her,
Yeah.
but I didn't know what she was going to say. So when she said, Rosalyn, I was calling to give you the results of your biopsy, I took a seat in my office and she said, you have breast cancer. It's like the whole world stopped. No one was there in the world with me and that doctor at that point. And the first thing I thought, oh my God, Barry, I have to tell him this.
Sure.
And he's not here. And I knew he would want to be here
Yeah.
because we're very close. And so I told her to give me 30 minutes to close out my office and get home. And I wanted to be with my daughter, so I called her because she's here in town. She had just walked in the office. When I called her, she walked right back out and she's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm in my office.
Yeah.
But I couldn't process everything fast enough. But I was worried about Barry.
Sure.
More than anything, having to tell him that. So I packed my office, went home. I shouldn't have been driving, but I was. And I got home the best way I could. And I had my daughter to continue to call him. She called probably 11 times and he never answered because he's on the track. He didn't hear the phone. But by the time we got home, he answered and the doctor called and we conferenced him in. And the first thing the doctor said, this is treatable. You caught it early and you're gonna be okay. And I remember those 3 things, and Barry was consoling me on the phone, and you could hear it in his voice. He wanted to be there with me.
Yeah.
But it's been a journey.
And as a coach's spouse, you understand that he's not only a father figure and maybe role model to your children, but also the athletes that he coaches. And so as you've gone through treatment and then you see that his athletes have decided to support you and to, you know, kind of recognize you and celebrate you with the shirts and the new uniforms this weekend for the conference indoor meet. What was that like when you heard that news and you know, saw that they wanted to do this for you?
It was very exciting. I love the Saints program more now than I ever have before because of the respect I've received from Coach Vince Bingham, Coach Eddie Harris, and my husband as well, how they work together to make sure I'm okay. If my husband needs to call off and say he's not coming to practice, not one time was he ever getting pushed back with, you need to come. No, you go home, you take care of your family, is what he was continually told. The kids ask about me. He'd tell me every meet, somebody asked about you, so-and-so asked about you.
Right.
And that just fills my heart because to know that they don't even know me and they love me already.
Sure.
It made me feel very honored that they would do something like that. So the day Coach Bingham and Casey called and asked if I mind if they do something like this for me, that was very exciting to me because I was at a low point in my life. And just to hear that they wanted to do something like that, it gave me something to look forward to.
Right.
So I've been looking forward to this day. I
Yeah.
took off 3 days of work to be with you all this
Right,
weekend.
yeah, yeah.
So, you know, it's been exciting and I've been looking forward to it. I've been at work bragging about it. So I feel like a celebrity right now.
Right. And yeah, with the ribbon logo and your initials on there, and get to see him compete with that on there, and enjoy the trip to Indianapolis this weekend. And I'm sure you'll get to know more of them even closer. Was that a strength as you go through the ups and downs of treatment and either chemo or radiation or both, whatever you went through? Whenever you got that news, was that brighten your day at some point, like you said?
Yes, it did. It did. Going through chemo and radiation was a journey that I've never been on before. But as I was going through that journey, just to have something to look forward to. People don't realize it's the little things that matter when
Sure.
you're going through something like that. Because I went through 6 months of chemo every day for 5 weeks of radiation. And that's hard on the mind and the body, and it really
Right.
wears you down. And I had times where I couldn't eat. I had times where I couldn't sleep. But every now and then when he say, Casey asked about you, Cam asked about you,
Sure.
so-and-so asked about you, Coach Bingham wants to know if you need anything. That lets me know that people didn't forget because I didn't see them, but they were praying for me.
Sure.
And they got me through it. And then as I was getting out of radiation and out of chemo, I'm like, okay, I have 3 months to get ready for Indianapolis. So that gave me something to look forward to.
Right.
So that just gave me an extra push to know that somebody was cheering me on and they were behind me.
And Ryan and Cam, what's it going to mean for you guys this weekend as you line up at the track at Indianapolis wearing the pink logo and having Rosalyn's initials there and getting to support and kind of compete in her honor? What's that going to be like for you guys this weekend?
I think it's a good reminder that we're doing this. Basically, this meet's bigger than us. It's about representing our team and supporting each other, and it's just kind of like a constant reminder that we're all family here. Nothing can be done individually, and so I'm kind of looking forward to being able to compete and hopefully run as good as I possibly can and just be happy with everybody and hopefully get some good outcomes.
Yeah. Same thing?
Yeah, I mean, Prince said it better, it is more than just a team, we're a family.
Sure.
So, I mean, couldn't have said it better.
And obviously a lot of times when in sports, especially high school and college, we get so focused on our sport and developing our skills and our abilities and the competition that we kind of overlook the bigger picture of life. And has this kind of brought you guys back down to earth that, boy, there is a bigger picture than just track and field and class day in and day out, and any life lessons or any just reminders that has this been a good example to kind of just remind you that there's a lot more to life than just going to class and competing in track and field?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Ms. Rosalyn said it pretty well when she said it was kind of like an aha moment. It can happen to anybody. So just not taking the little things for granted. Counting your blessings every day.
Yeah. And Coach Ford, what are you looking forward the most this weekend? Spending some time with your wife on the drive to a track meet when you're usually, she gets to stay home, but what's she gets to see you at work and cheer you and the rest of your team on this weekend. What's that going to be like?
Well, it's pretty exciting, but one of the things I've coached for many years, and my wife has always been a part of my team.
Yeah.
She's always been present. She's always been there. She's always been in the stands. So just having her here again, with our team, just it thrills my heart. And she said it, and Cam and Ryan as well. It's family. I've always treated every team I was a part of like family, and they are family, just extended family. So it's just a joy. I feel like my family is together.
Right.
And it gives my heart joy, and I'm just excited about it. And I'm just really ready to see our athletes go out and compete and give their all. And knowing that they're wearing, my wife's initials on the jersey just adds a little more to it.
Yeah. Any expectations for this weekend, Rosalyn? What are you looking forward to? All of it, or what's extra time on the road with your husband and the athletes and your extended family and just cheering them on? What are your expectations for this weekend?
My biggest expectation is watching the team perform with a motive of being there to support breast cancer. It's a big thing, not only for me before, even more now that I've went through this journey. And they don't realize that RF stands for Run Fast. So they're going to break records this weekend.
Right.
They're going to break records this weekend. You're going to see personal bests this weekend.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to wonder who we are and what we're doing.
Sure.
So we're going to make a statement this weekend, not only on the track, but off the track.
Right.
And so I'm looking forward to it, and I get to hang out with Barry, and we get to talk and have some conversations that we haven't had a chance to have because I probably haven't been feeling well or he's been busy, but I'm excited because he asked me yesterday, he said, you're really excited about this? Absolutely. And so it's just been an exciting time just to think about what's getting ready to happen and to just go watch them perform and do their best.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys sharing. It'll be fun to see how things go this weekend in Indianapolis, and wish you guys the best and appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thanks.